up, a Cinema Shogun here, and as most of you all already know by now, I have been looking into this Carlee Russell case, and I am hoping that this video can clear up some people's confusion because there's a lot of information floating out there. Obviously, we all have a lot of questions. I don't even feel comfortable asking some of the questions I have. But hopefully in this video, I can clear up a few things. For one, we're seeing a lot of different reports out there. Supposedly Carlee was in shock. And then we're seeing reports that Carlee was unresponsive, but breathing. The boyfriend is out here saying that Carlee desperately fought for her life for 48 hours straight and, thankfully managed to escape from her kidnappers and managed to walk home because from what the reports say, she showed up back home on foot. Now, if Carlee is unresponsive, and if Carlee's in shock, how does Carlee walk all the way home? I guess crazier things have happened, but I'm just wondering how, if you're in shock and unresponsive, you're breathing, but you're unresponsive, how do you walk all the way home? Now, on social media, I keep seeing people say, we gotta wait for Carlee to get out of the hospital to figure out what happened. Don't ask too many questions, just wait. Carlee is still in the hospital, suffering from Lord knows what. We don't know the extent of her injuries. We don't know what happened to her. Well, I can tell you right now, I have no idea what happened to Carlee. But I can confirm for a 100% fact that Carlee's been out of the hospital. Carlee was taken to the hospital, she was evaluated, and then she was released. So, I believe that if Carlee had major injuries, she would still be in the hospital. Now, I was thinking from the moment I looked into this story that this may be some type of mental health situation, and it very well still could be. But I would think that if whoever's treating Carlee medically, I would think that the hospital would want to hold on to her for a little bit longer if they sensed that this was some type of mental health episode. If this was some type of breakdown, then maybe they would want to hold Carlee a little bit longer instead of just automatically releasing her after taking her in. But then again, I could be wrong. But I think it's important to note that Carlee's not in the hospital anymore. We're not waiting for that. Like I said, I don't know exactly what happened to her, but I think you could rest assured and rest easier tonight knowing that it does not look like she's suffering from life-threatening injuries, and it doesn't seem as if she's suffering from any major injuries at all. Then, I see a lot of people saying, well, we have to wait to hear from Carlee. We have to wait for Carlee to, be able to talk to law enforcement about what happened. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you right now, I have no idea what Carlee's story is or what she told law enforcement, but law enforcement already went to Carlee and they got an initial statement from Carlee about what happened. That is a fact. The police already released that information. So a lot of people are thinking Carlee's still in the hospital. No, she's been out of the hospital for a while now. A lot of people are thinking, we're waiting for Carlee to deal with this mentally and physically and emotionally, and then she's going to talk to the cops. Well, yeah, the cops are definitely going to interview her again, but they already came and got their initial statement. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The police claim that they have released all of the factual information that they have. They also claim that they released any information that would affect the public. Yet there is no talks of any kidnappers. There's no talks of any foul play. There's no talk of suspects on the loose. There's no talk of a missing child. Now, like I said, Carlee already gave her statement to law enforcement. And we know that the boyfriend is out here claiming that Carlee was kidnapped and she escaped. I would think that law enforcement would at least, at the very least, they would release at least a portion of this information if they found it factual. Now, the details about exactly what happened to Carlee and all of that stuff, that's not information that law enforcement is necessarily going to release to the public. And it's not information that really has anything to do with the public. However, if there is a suspect on the loose, that information does have something to do with the public. So usually they would say, hey, be on the lookout for a vehicle that matches this description. Be on the lookout for a person that matches this description. Be on the lookout for this, or be aware that about this, or have you seen a missing child on the side of the road? None of that. There is none of that. And I believe that they're not mentioning any of that for a reason. But when approaching this case and when looking into this case, just be well aware that Carlee has already made a statement to law enforcement. And after Carlee made that statement, and after Carlee's boyfriend went on social media talking about kidnappers and her escaping and fighting for her life, law enforcement released their statement that they claimed had all of the facts and all of the info that would be important to the public. And I would like to believe that law enforcement would believe that it would be important for the public to know if there's human traffickers out here running around, right? But we're not really getting much information anymore. Law enforcement released their statement. You can interpret it however you want. The mainstream media has talked about this a little bit, and as far as I can tell, there's really not much new information coming out. And due to the lack of information that is coming out, naturally, people are going to jump to their own conclusions and they're going to create their own theories. Now, of course, I have my theories as well, but I'm here to share the facts. And the facts are that Carlee has already talked to cops and given them a statement. The facts are that Carlee's supposed boyfriend is out here saying that she was kidnapped and held hostage and had to escape. And in my honest opinion, I know some people aren't going to like it, and I'm hoping I'm wrong here. In my honest opinion, I believe that if law enforcement took Carlee's statement and it was anything like what the boyfriend is saying, if law enforcement took that statement and actually believed that there was actually people out here that were kidnapping people on the side of the road, I do believe that they would have released some type of information about that. I do believe that they would at least let the public know, hey, be aware, be on the lookout. There's some strange things going on out here. Try to be safe, because they already got the statement from Carlee. So your guess is as good as mine. Who knows exactly what's going on here? Maybe we'll never get the answers, because it seems like there's an effort to try to silence people who are asking questions about this story. I've already been getting into drama on social media behind it all day. Follow me on Twitter if you haven't already. Let me know your thoughts about this down in the comments below. And while you're down there, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.